Hey guys, what is up? This is Matthew, and once again, welcome back to another cooking video. And what a surprise, it's on another Bluey themed recipe. We're actually going to be making multiple Bluey themed recipes. We're not going to be doing it all in one day though, because I don't have the ingredients for everything, but what I was surprised to realize is that I actually do have all the ingredients for one of the recipes without having to go to the store, recently at least, because I had all the ingredients before. But yeah, we're going to be making a couple of dessert-themed recipes. We're going to be making one recipe from the Bluey website, as well as recipes, obviously, from the Fancy Restaurant Cookbook. First thing we're going to make is, I don't know how to pronounce this, Poffertjes, I don't know. I am probably pronouncing that wrong, but yeah, they look like a pretty simple dessert, except the difficulty rating is 3 forks, which is the maximum. But yeah, we're going to try this out. You're going to be making them in a pan, so they're kind of like mini pancakes, or I don't know, but we're going to be trying them out. Alright, so for this, we're going to need 1 2/3 cups of self-rising flour, sifted, 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar, 1 egg, 1.5 cups of milk, half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, butter to grease, powdered sugar to serve. Extra things we'll need is an electric mixer and a clean tea towel. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, first thing you want to do is take the self-rising flour, and then we just want to add the tablespoons of sugar. Then we just want to stir it up. Alright, then we just want to make a well in the middle, which I assume that means we have to make a hole right in the middle. Yeah, that should be good enough. Now we just want to crack in the 1 egg, and we just simply want to lightly beat it with a fork. Then we add in the 1.5 cup of milk, then half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Then we just want to stir this all again. Then we just want to simply dump this into the well. And it's overflown, but I don't think that should matter. Then we just want to use an electric mixer, and we want to mix it in until it's nice and smooth. We should do this for about 2 minutes. Alrighty then. Now you just want to cover it up with a tea towel, and you just want to let it relax for about 20 minutes. Okay, next thing we're going to want to do is remove the tea towel from the bowl. Heat a big frying pan over medium heat. They didn't say what type of butter to use, so I'm just going to use the spray butter. Make it a bit easier. Then we want to take a tablespoon at a time and just slowly drop it in. We want to wait till they're fully filled up. Actually, I should probably wait till the thing's heated up a little bit, because that looks a little flat. So yeah, I'm just gonna wait a little bit. Alright, now I'm gonna add in just a bit more. We want to make sure that the pan's fully filled up, though we don't want the things to be squished together. So I feel like it's best to just do a tad bit at a time. Make sure they're not too close together. They're just like little pancakes, pretty much. At least that's how I see it, though we are using self-rising flour, so maybe it'll rise a little bit. Okay, that's the amount I'm going to put in for now. I know it kind of makes it a little bit slower, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. Plus, this is a rather difficult recipe, so I can never be too sure. Then it says we gotta wait until there's little bubbles in them, which will take around 2 minutes. Then once it gets to that point, then we want to flip them over and let them sit for another minute, or at least until they are golden. Okay, hopefully I'm doing this right, because they look a little bit more like little pancakes. Yeah, that's exactly what they kind of look like. They look a little bit more like little pancakes, as I don't know, I'm just trying to do what the recipe is telling me to do, so yeah, I'm gonna have to repeat this multiple times until all the batter in there is gone. So yeah, I just want to make sure they're at least golden brown, which it looks like they're starting to get there, or golden brown enough. Alright, and finally, though I've kind of already been doing this as I've been taking them out, you just want to top them off with powdered sugar, which is probably good because we didn't put a whole lot of sugar into the batter, so yeah, I had plenty of powdered sugar, so I had more than enough for this, but yeah. Then after that, they should be done. Yeah. They don't really tend to stay on that much, but yeah, they definitely look a little bit more like little pancakes, as it doesn't really resemble the picture here too much. But, you know, it is what it is. I mean, with the round sides and the fact it's supposed to look a little more puffy, but, you know, it doesn't matter. As long as they taste good, which I'm sure they will, then that's all that really matters. Because this is a pretty big plate, if I do say so myself. And yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to get people over to try them. So yeah. Anyways, let's try one or two. Alright, so I got a few right here. So yeah, let's give these a try. They definitely do taste like little mini pancakes. But yeah. Definitely has that sweet texture to it. There isn't a whole lot of sugar inside the batter, but you can make them taste sweeter when you add the powder. I have a feeling they are supposed to be a bit more thicker, but at least they taste good. I guess I kind of expected them to rise a little bit more since I used a self-rising flour. But yeah, these are good. Yeah, I really like these. I think I might put these in the refrigerator because when leaving them out, the powdered sugar does melt a little bit, so I feel like that's probably recommended. But still, these are very good. These are like little pancakes you could probably have for breakfast. But yeah. Anyways, we're going to be moving on to our next recipe. Probably going to wait a few days to make it though, because I don't have all the ingredients, but it's just like with the Studio Ghibli recipe, but it doesn't matter, you're watching it right now, so yeah, look forward to that. So this next recipe I'm actually doing the day after I made I already forgot what the name of those things were, but yeah, the last recipe, I'm doing this the day after. Just due to the fact that this is actually a very basic one, as it doesn't require a whole lot of skills, and it has 4 or 5 ingredients that needs to be added. Well, one of them, well, okay, I'm just going to say 5 ingredients. Okay, so we're going to be making purple lemonade, and this is on the official Bluey website of multiple different juices that you can make from the website. I feel like the easiest one that I can make without having to do a whole lot of actually put a whole lot of effort into is the purple lemonade, which I'm not sure if this was mentioned in an episode, but this is either way it's from the official Bluey website, so yeah, whether it's from the show or the official Bluey site, I am going to be counting. Obviously for this we're going to need lemons, 5 lemons, which you're going to want to get the juice out of. Then you're going to want to use 2 cups of water and 2 cups of sparkling water as well. 1 cup of blueberries and 1/3 cup of honey. No, this honey. Like, I'm not sure honey would taste good in lemonade. Honey would, but honey, yeah, maybe you of course would like it if honey was in the lemonade. Alright, so first thing we want to do, I washed the lemons. So, of course, we want to get the juice out, so of course we want to cut the lemons up and get the edges off because I have this type of juicer. I want to get one of those ones where you could just get the guts out and just, because I feel like it would be a little easier, or I'm not sure. Either way, I'm just making sure that this thing doesn't break while I try doing this. So, yeah, and you want to get yourself a strainer too, because you don't want any of those lemon guts and seeds in there. Yeah. Yeah. going to do the rest of this off screen. Alright, so next up, you're going to want to get a blender. The closest thing I have to that is the good old food processor right here. And you want to take all that lemon juice and just pour it right in there. Then you want to add in the 1 cup of blueberries. And then the 1/3 cup of honey. So drizzle right in there. And then 1 of the 2 cups of water. Just trying to get the rest of that honey out. Yeah, that looks pretty smooth. I mean, we're not making a smoothie, so yeah, I think this is ready to go into the pitcher that we had the lemon juice in. All right, now we can add the rest of the ingredients, which include, of course, the lemon blueberry puree that we just made. Then we add the other 1 cup of water. And then we add 2 cups of sparkling water. Oh yeah, just listen to that fizz. 1 cup, 2 cups. And for the finishing touch, we stir it up. Yeah, that should be stirred up well enough. It kind of occurred to me that we're not putting any sugar in this, so I'm curious to see how this tastes. Well, technically there is. Is there sugar in honey? Because, bees make the honey. And honey is actually supposed to be pretty good for you, so hopefully this will be in the more healthier tradition of drinks like this. So yeah, now with all that, we can put this in a glass and try it out. Alright, let's pour that right in there. Yeah, that actually looks pretty good. Alright, I'm ready to try this out. Alright, I don't have any straws, so I'm just gonna have to drink it from the glass. It is pretty strong, knowing that there isn't any sugar related stuff in this, but I don't know, I still generally like this. Yeah, so I mean, you could get some like 0-calorie sweetener or something, but I don't know, because this is more on the non-sugary side, it's definitely going to be a bit more stronger, so I guess if you wanted to, you could add like a little sugar in. But don't dump it into the whole thing. Maybe you could just like do it for serving, like when you pour yourself a drink and just add a little sugar to it. But it's generally strong, but maybe the lemons I got were just pretty big. But either way, this is still pretty good. All right, moving on to the next. All right, now it is time to make something not so sweet and something you can actually eat for dinner. And this is going to be fish and chips. Now, I'm going to be completely honest. I probably mentioned this before, but just in case you're new to my channel, I'm not really a seafood person. I don't know. It never really looks that appetizing to me because the way lobster, crab, and shrimp are served, they like serve the whole bodies, unlike chicken and beef where they are served in parts. It just has me thinking, you know what, those things used to move, and I'm not sure if I want to eat something like that. I mean, sure, chicken and beef obviously used to move, but I don't know, it never really looked that appetizing to me. However, I do like fish sticks, and since what I'm making is kind of like fish sticks, it's, yeah. You're basically, I'm just going to be cooking some fish fillets store-bought, and, yeah, they're kind of like fish sticks, so, yeah. For this, we're going to need 4 large potatoes, which need to be peeled, salt, olive oil, doesn't say how much, and 4 fillets of your favorite fish, caught by Pretzel, the little brown dog with pointy ears, or bought at the shops. Obviously, I'm going with the one that's bought from the shops, so yeah. I can't believe Bluey is making me want to try some seafood, even though I don't really like seafood, but I don't really like peppers. And I did that for the curry one time, but there's a curry recipe in here that required peppers, but yeah. But anyways, let's try this out. Oh yeah, one more thing. We are going to be using battered fish fillets because Bandit does not like crumbed. So, yeah, no need to worry about that. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do, it says to preheat the oven first, but I'm not sure how long this is going to take, so I'm going to peel the potatoes first and cut them up into potato chip slices. Alright, potatoes are peeled, so now I gotta chop them up as thinly as I possibly can, because you don't want them to be too thick, otherwise they'll just, yeah, they won't turn out right. Alright, so I don't think this pan is quite big enough because this is 4 potatoes, but, whatever. I'm not sure if it's a good idea to have them stacked on one another, but I'm just doing what the recipe says, but this is the biggest pan I have. So next we want to sprinkle it with some salt. Hopefully I'll have enough olive oil for this. I don't have a whole lot because I need some for the fish too. I'm going to drizzle some olive oil on it, or on them, excuse me. Again, it didn't say how much, but I don't want to use too much on them. This isn't really in the recipe book. I know there are a lot of times where I do stuff that's not in the recipe books, but I'm just going to use a pastry brush and brush it all over them because we want them to get crispy, because they're chips, they're supposed to be crispy. Yeah. Alright, next we want to preheat the oven to 350 degrees, and we want to leave the chips in the oven for 20 minutes or so. Alright, now on a second baking tray, we gotta get the fish fillets ready. So, yeah, you can use fish fillets that are already made. So, yeah, and there isn't a whole lot of them, or at least they're not that big. But you know, they can be store-bought or whatever. Or I don't know. It just said fish fillets. It didn't really say anything about breading them or anything like that. And then we also want to drizzle some olive oil on them. I know I could just follow how to do it on the back of it, but you know, I prefer to just do it from, you know, Bluey, because I trust Bluey. Alright, so after 20 minutes you still want to leave them in there, but now you want to add in your fish fillets. Alright, so you should leave those in for also 20 minutes, as well as another 20 minutes for the chips. At least until they're crispy on the outside and fluffy on the inside, and the fish fillets aren't frozen on the inside. So yeah, just give it like 20 more minutes for both. And yes, I am aware that I need to wipe up my stove. I will do that, don't worry. I like to keep this place as clean as possible. Alright, so here are the fish and chips. It says you can use them for a basket, but I don't have a basket, so yeah, I took out the ones that I think look the best because it actually took me a bit longer to make them. Like I cooked them for like about, I don't know, an hour or so. So maybe it's just due to the fact that I feel like there was this pan might have been too small. Also, I missed one of the steps. You actually have to use parchment paper for the fish. It was either for the fish or the chips. Okay, so it was basically for both of them, but I don't feel like it really needed it. But yeah, anyways, let's try this out. Alright, so I'm going to try the fish first because I'm not really much of a seafood person, but I'm willing to give it a shot anyway. Alright. Since I enjoy fish sticks, this is something that I'm comfortable with eating too. I'm going to try the chips. Yep, they're crispy enough, but I cooked them for a bit longer. That's probably why. I recommend try getting the biggest pan you possibly can because you need 4 potatoes when you make them. So yep, this is very satisfying. Alright, I'm going to do one more recipe either 1 or 2. It's just going to depend how much time I have left, because I really want to get this video out soon. But yeah, but anyways, yeah. Let's move on to the next. Oh yeah, and here's some advice. If you're making this for your aunt, be very, very careful that she doesn't overeat, because she's probably trying to eat healthy. So yeah, just warning you right now. Alright, we've come to the next recipe, and what is the best thing to have during the summertime besides lemonade? Ice cream, of course. So we're going to be making some ice cream. And I never actually, okay, well, I have made ice cream before, just I haven't done it with an ice cream maker before. I'm going to be using an ice cream maker, which is optional, but yeah, it might actually be a little bit faster if you did use an ice cream maker. But yeah, anyways, this is just regular plain old ice cream. It's plain vanilla. So yeah, but you know, you could like make it a little fancy and like add some food coloring, but I'm just gonna make it how it says in the recipe book. And for this, we're going to need 1 cup of whole milk, 2 cups of heavy cream, 1 vanilla bean split, which yes, I was actually able to get vanilla beans this time, which I was supposed to use for the Undertale pie, but I didn't. But hey, the pie was still really good, so yeah. Anyways, 6 egg yolks, 2/3 cup of granulated sugar, 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and the extra things we'll need is an electric mixer, a whisk, a fine mesh sieve or sieve. It's kind of like a cloth, like a really thin cloth that you use for like, yeah. But anyways, an ice cream machine, which is optional, but like I said before, that's what I'm going to be using. And ice cream cones, optional but delicious, because that's usually how I like ice cream served, because I find it more interesting or a little bit more fun when using an ice cream cone, because you can eat the whole thing without having to wash out your bowl or cup or whatever you use for ice cream. But let's get started. Alright, we're going to start things off by getting a saucepan and adding in the 1 cup of whole milk. And then the 2 cups of heavy cream. Then you want to be careful when taking out the vanilla from the vanilla bean. Okay. You want to make sure you got all that out of there. And then you want to put in the vanilla bean as well. Then we want to put the pan at medium heat, and then we just want to slowly stir in the mixture. We want to allow the mixture to simmer and then occasionally stir once in a while. Once it's good enough, we want to, once it starts simmering a little bit, like you don't want to boil it or anything like that, you want to turn the burner off, and then you just want to leave it to the side for about 10 minutes. Once it's done cooling down, just want to stir it again. Then we just want to take the vanilla bean out. Where did that vanilla bean go? Oh, there it is. Well, whatever, I'll get it out. Alright, now we got the egg yolks, the sugar, and the vanilla extract. We just want to beat it in until it's pale and fluffy. Next, we want to add about 1/3 of the milk mixture in with the egg yolk. And then we just want to slowly whisk it. Alright, once it's mixed in, then you want to just add in the rest of the mixture in. And then we just want to slowly continue to whisk it. Then you want to put it in a clean saucepan. I'm using this same one, but yeah, I cleaned it up first. Then you just want to dump the mixture in and put it in at low heat for about 5 minutes, and you just want to continue to stir it or until it thickens. Alright, next we want to put it in a bowl with the cloth thing, the fine mesh sieve or whatever you call it. I'm going to pour that in. And then we just want to set it aside, and then we want to put it in the fridge for at least 30 minutes. Alright, I think it's time to put this in the ice cream machine now. But it also says that you don't need an ice cream machine. You can transfer your mixture into a plastic container with a lid and pop it in the freezer and let it freeze for 6 hours, taking it out every 2 hours to stir. But I feel like it would just be a little bit quicker to use an ice cream machine. This is the one I'm going to be using. I was going to do this for the sea salt ice cream from Kingdom Hearts, but yeah. I'm just going to follow the instructions from this booklet. I'm not going to really show me using it that much, but yeah, I just got to follow these directions right here. It seems like a lot, but it is a bit more easier than it sounds, believe it or not. But this is my first time trying it out, so I'm just going to see how I handle this. Alright, so with this ice cream machine, I put like, obviously I put ice in it. I got like a big bag of ice, and then I just put one layer on the bottom, and then I add some layers of ice cream salt, and then I just layer it, and the more ice cream salt I have, the better it should be. Though, when I put it into the metal thing, it didn't really look like it made a whole lot, so yeah, this is going to be interesting, but hopefully this will work. This should be on for like 30 minutes. Every 10 to 15 minutes, I need to like stir in like the ice while the thing is turning. I was a little worried because that thing right there, I thought that was supposed to turn, but the instructions indicated that the dasher does not move. The electric motor turns the canister. So yeah, I was a little worried about that for a second there. It's getting very frosty, so that should be a sign that it's working. Okay, now I honestly wish that I used this for the sea salt ice cream, because wow, that is ice cream right there. Like, oh my god, this exceeded my expectations. So yeah, but yep, I think it might be done. Compare this to having to wait 6 hours for it to be ready. But yeah, I am super excited for this. So yeah, I'm gonna eat it later on tonight because I'm gonna have dinner. But yeah, I've been having a rough day today, but I feel a little better now knowing that the ice cream looks like it succeeded. I don't care if it's soft serve, all that I know is that it is done. Though I'm gonna leave it in the freezer for now, so yeah. Yeah, I know I changed the shirt, but anyways, here's the ice cream. I put it in a cone because it's more delicious that way. Oh yeah, I could have churned it for a little bit longer because it is a bit more soft serve, but hey, I'm still really happy with this. Feels like ice cream, tastes like ice cream, and that's all that really matters. So yeah. Next time I do decide to make that sea salt ice cream, I am definitely going to make it from the ice cream machine. And that thing was like 20 bucks too, so yeah. Definitely vanilla-y. But yeah, you know, you don't have to put it in a cone. You can just like put it in like you know, a bowl and just decorate it with like whipped cream, put cherry on top, with some sprinkles. I actually do have some sprinkles I could put on that, but yeah. Anyways, I was gonna end it off with this recipe, but there's actually one more recipe I wanna make, which you're gonna see in the next scene. Some purple lemonade for the lovely couple. I only had one glass, so you have to share. I'm not sure how this is gonna work, but oh wait. Oh yes, this is very romance indeed. Alright, we are at the last recipe for this video. In this one, we are going on a quest. What kind of quest? Simple. A curry quest. Because we're going to be making curry. Alright, this curry I was actually really surprised with because it has ingredients that I don't really like all that much, but I'm surprised. I was really surprised with this one. This one's really good. So, yeah, and I don't eat curry that much. Like, I never see my dad make it or because back then my dad was always the one cooking. But yeah, this is a really good recipe. I cannot wait to try this one. So yeah. Anyways, for this we are going to need 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 onion peeled and chopped, 8 lamb leg steaks cut into chunks. I'm gonna substitute it with just beef chunks because it's a little bit easier. Also, I prefer beef anyway. 1 red bell pepper, seeded and chopped. 3 tablespoons of Rogan Josh curry paste, or another medium curry paste. 1 15-ounce can of crushed tomatoes. Half a cup of hot chicken stock. Salt and pepper to season. Rice to serve. 2 cups of fresh spinach leaves. Half a cup of plain yogurt. A handful of fresh cilantro chopped up. And naan bread, which is optional, but I'm going to be using all the ingredients except for the lamb because I'm substituting it with beef. But yeah, let's get started. First, let's start off by chopping off this onion here. Oh man, here it comes. This is turning into a moment you get when you watch episodes like Camping or Sleepy Time or The Sign or all those other episodes. This onion still isn't as powerful as those. Trust me. Then we gotta get ourselves a big pan right here, the trusty old pan right here, and add in the 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I am surprised how much olive oil I have left in here because I got a pretty small bottle and I have to use it for a few recipes, but whatever. And then you want to put the pan at medium to high heat, and you want to add in the onion, and you just want to let it fry for 5 minutes or until it starts to change color, basically like a golden brown type. I forgot. Whatever. I'm just you get the picture. And then you want to add in your lamb or beef that I'm using. Like you can use lamb if you want, but I'm using beef. This should be enough. I mean, yeah, this is enough to fill the whole pan. Yeah, so yeah. And then you just want to wait until you just want to keep stirring it until the meat obviously has turned brown. I should also point out that the episode Curry Quest, which obviously this is from, has probably the most iconic bingo quote of all time, or one of them at least.
Airport? I'm not going to the airport.
I cannot go to the airport anymore without having to say that, though I haven't been to the airport. Actually, I haven't been to the airport ever since Bluey aired for the first time, or just a couple weeks before Bluey aired, because I was on vacation in 2018. I was in Los Angeles. If you remember, if you've been watching me for years, then you probably have seen it. So yeah, you know what I mean. I'm just over here chopping up the bell pepper because we're gonna need this next once the meat's ready. Alright, now let's go ahead and put that red bell pepper in. And then we are going to add in the curry paste and, oh my god, my spoon won't fit in here. I'm probably just going to have to scoop some of it out with a spoon and put it in with the, yeah. Alright. Alright, then of course we just want to stir that curry up. Alright, and then we just want to let it cook for about 2 minutes. The book actually asks if we can hop for 2 minutes. You're joining in with me. Yeah, I guess I can help for 2 minutes. Anyways, let's get back to the curry. Then we want to add in our can of crushed tomatoes. And then half cup of chicken stock. And then we want to season it with a little bit of salt and pepper. And then we can stir it up for a little bit longer. Alright, now we just want to let it simmer for about 10 to 15 minutes. Or, if you want to make it even better, you can leave it for an hour. Which I might actually do, because it's actually 2 o'clock. So I can wait an hour for it to... Yeah, because... Yeah, I'm in no rush to make this and to release this video, even though it's been 2 weeks since I started this video. Believe it or not. I know. But whatever, I'm just gonna let it sit, and yeah, we'll cut to when we can continue on. But I should actually clean up a little bit, because I'm starting to make a mess here. Of course, make sure you stir every now and then if you're gonna leave it for an hour. I guess while I'm waiting for the curry to tenderize, I am gonna heat up some rice, because that's the next thing to do. It says to cook it however you like, so usually this is how I like it, just boiled and until there's like no water remaining. Alright, we're almost at the end of the quest here, just like what the book says. Okay. So, we want to add in the 2 cups of spinach. And then we want to add the half cup of yogurt. And once we're done mixing it, we just want to get the rice and top it off with this curry right here. Actually, I'm gonna heat up some naan bread that way, because yeah, it'll make it even better. Alright, yeah, that looks good right there. Okay, all we gotta do now is top it off with some fresh cilantro. And then some naan bread, which we can put right there. And voila! It looks great. So yeah, yeah, I'm really looking forward to trying this. I was really surprised at how much I enjoyed this the first time. Hopefully, it will even be better the second time. And yes, if you're wondering, this is my dinner right here, but... Oh yeah. That is good. It's tender enough. It's, I honestly don't know how to put it. You can dip the bread in it and it'll taste great. Well then, I guess that does it for this cooking video. We did multiple desserts, 2 entrees, so yeah, that's good. So I definitely recommend trying these out. They're available in the official Bluey cookbook, which is right here. Except for the lemonade. The lemonade they have on the website. So but yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this and continue on with my day. Though I have to edit this video. I have quite a bit of editing to do since I started this a couple weeks ago, but yeah, I'm looking forward to editing this. So yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Word out.